Hi guys! So today I'm going to be doing a tutorial for this look, and I would kind of call this like a holiday slash party look. And I created this using a palette that was sent to me by Studio Gear. It looks like this, and it's kind of like their holiday winter palette. So it comes with 4 eyeshadows and 1 blush, and the inside looks like this. And then it has like a little thing up here to show you how to use the products and things like that. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with a mirror in it. A mirror would be great, but you know, what can you do? I'm also going to have a discount code for this palette, so if you enjoy this look and you want to buy it afterwards, I'll list the discount code down below so that you can get your hands on it. Okay, so I already have my foundation done. For my foundation, since this is more of like a holiday party look, I decided to go with a little bit more coverage. So what I did was I took my Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation, and I wear shade Cream Ivory, which is actually just a little bit too dark for me. So I mixed that in with my Illamasqua White Foundation, which is also a full coverage foundation. I mixed those two together and then I put it on my face. And then under my eyes, I used Revlon Photo Ready Primer and Brightener. And then I went over that with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in Light. So the first thing I'm going to do on my eyes for the holiday look is I'm going to apply this Maybelline Color Tattoo. And this is one of the limited edition ones. I'm just applying this because I have it right here in front of me. But it's a matte base, and this is in Just Beige. You could totally use Milk from NYX. It's one of their jumbo eye pencils. Or if you have any other eye base that you want to use, just go ahead and use it. I'm just using this for personal preference. That's the only reason. So I'm just going to take my finger and apply this right on the lid. And since this is a matte base, if you've used any of the other color tattoos, those are a little bit creamier. These matte ones are a little bit stickier, so they work great for putting other shadows on top that you need to have stick. Things like glitter shadows, or if you have anything with an extreme amount of fallout, these are great for that. And then for the next step, I'm going to move into using the palette. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take a kind of fluffy brush. This is a Sigma E25. It's similar to a MAC 217. Just nice and fluffy, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this kind of white pearlescent shade and I'm just going to apply it all over the lid. And I'm just putting this all over the lid to act as a base so that it's easier to blend out the other shadows. And I'm just applying that from lash line to brow line. And I'm really pale, so you probably can't see that on camera. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this kind of pewtery medium gray shade right here, and I'm going to apply that to kind of like the outer 2/3 of the lid, and I'm just going to use a flat, just medium-sized eyeshadow brush. And then, just to up the drama a little bit, I am going to take a different, just medium-sized flat eyeshadow brush, and I am going to apply this black shade to kind of like the outer corner and do kind of a V shape. Since my eyes are partially hooded, they're not like completely hooded, you can see just like the tiniest little amount of eyelid when my eyes are open. I'm going to start to go a little bit above where my natural crease is. So like this is my natural crease. Most of the time when I put eyeshadow on, I go into my socket, which is up here. So you can see that there's a pretty big difference between where the socket is and where my natural crease is. Okay, then I'm going to go back in with that first brush that we used, the big fluffy one, or it's not really that big, the medium fluffy one. And I'm just going to take it, I've brushed off the excess powder that was on it from the first application, and I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to blend out the edges of the black so that the lines aren't so harsh on it. And now the lines are a little bit more blended out. From there, I'm going to go under the eye a little bit with two different shades. I'm going to put the black or the dark shade out on the outer corner, and then I'm going to blend it in with the more silvery medium gray color. So I'm just taking this about halfway through the eye, just to give a little extra drama to the outside of the eye. And I'm also connecting this bottom shadow with my top shadow to make more of a cohesive line. I know you guys notice I'm more patting this on since this is a dark shade and it does have some glitter in it. I don't want to get that all over my face, so I'm just patting it on instead of wiping. With wiping, you're going to get more fallout, which is something that you don't want. It's harder to clean up. And then I'm going to take the brush that I used to apply the pewter shade. So this brush again, I'm just going to take that, get a little bit on there, and I'm going to go under the other part of my eye. And I take it over the black just a little bit so that they overlap and blend together. And then I'm going to take the fluffy brush again, and I'm just going to blend this out a bit, just so it doesn't look so harsh under the eye. Okay, and then for the last step for this look, I'm going to take this other shade. It's kind of gold looking. It looks a lot more gold on camera than it does in person. And I'm going to take that same brush that we were using for the mid gray color, and I'm just going to push this over kind of like the center of the lid just to add a little bit more dimension. And then to up the drama just a little bit, because this is supposed to be more of like a holiday look, and I feel like holiday parties are one of those times that you can get like, oh, that's the phone. It's one of those times that you can get like a little bit crazier with your makeup. I'm gonna go ahead and do a cat eye or winged liner. And for me, since again, I have partially hooded eyes and I don't have that much lid space, I actually only take the liner in about halfway. So I'm using the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. So there we have one eye with a cat eye winged liner look and the other eye without. So I'm going to go ahead and do this and then I'll be right back. Okay, so eyeliner done on both eyes, as you can see. Oh, pretty. So I do things in kind of a weird order. Most people, I think, would probably do their mascara first and then do their brows, or maybe do their brows before they do anything else, but I'm weird, and I like to do my brows. No, I like to do my foundation, then my eyeshadow, then my brows, then my mascara. So, to continue that weirdness, I'm going to do my brows real quick. I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium ash. When I do my brows, it's super, super simple. My eyebrows are already super dense. They're already super thick. They don't need much help. So I just take the spoolie and I brush through them real quick just to get them to hold their shape. And then I take the Brow Wiz, which I'm almost out, like the little pencil is falling out of the holder. And then I just go in and I just fill in the inner corners. And if you guys are hearing noises in the background, it's because my dog is walking around and walking on things. And I just use short strokes. And like I said, I don't do much to them. I just fill them in like a tiny bit. And then after I do that, I go back with the little spoolie side. I brush them again. And doing this after you fill them in actually helps to distribute like the eye pencil or the brow pencil. And then last step, I just take a clear brow gel. This is Cella. This is Fitz. He's a Shiba Inu Terrier mix, and he's super adorable, and he's also super annoying like 70% of the time. But that's what makes him so cute. So now I'm going to go in and do mascara. I am using the Chanel Inimitable Intense, and this is in black? I don't know, it says shade 10 on the bottom. I'm just going to call it black. Okay, so now that the eyes are done, I'm going to go back in and use the palette with the blush. And that is the middle shade in there. It's just a very like corally pink with just a little bit of gold shimmer. So I'm just taking this big fluffy blush brush from Real Techniques. It looks like this. I'm just patting on the blush. And I'm going to do it a little bit on the apples of my cheeks, like the underside of my apples, and then go back into my cheekbones back there. Blush! We're alive! Hooray! And then I'm also going to do a little bit of contour. Normally I would do this before I do my blush, but I forgot, and now I'm going to go back in and do it. So I'm just going to use the Illamasqua Hollow. Looks like this. And this looks a lot warmer on camera than it actually is in real life. It's actually pretty ashy in real life. But all I'm going to do is take it on my finger and I just put it on the top of the bottom of my cheekbone, if that makes sense. I'm not going to start in the hollow of my cheek because where I actually want my contour to start is right here at the bottom of my cheekbone. So I'm just going to take it in there. And I know this looks intense because I just literally put a brown stripe on my face, but it will be blended out, so don't worry. So there's the beginning of my contour. Ooh! And I'm going to do it on the other side too. You can totally blend this out with your fingers if you wanted. You don't have to. I actually prefer to use like a flat top I think what I'm using is a synthetic brush. I can't be sure. But I'm just using this flat top brush. This is from some like generic Sephora gift set from like 2 years ago, I think. A long time ago. But basically, all I'm going to do is just blend that brown in with the rest of my skin. And then I'm just going to blend the other side out as well. If you don't like contouring, skip it. Okay, so blended the contour out. So there you have it. And I'm actually going to go back in with the blush just a little bit and go back over up here because I think I rubbed a substantial amount of it off. Like the apples of the cheeks still look okay, so I'm not too concerned with that. If you want to go in and highlight to keep doing the contouring and highlighting and stuff, go ahead. I'm going to skip highlighting just for this because I don't feel like doing it. That's a good enough reason not to, right? I'm going to go ahead and go in with my finishing powder first. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Powder. Like I said in my haul video that I just put up, I have the pressed version. I just go over with a face brush, and I don't know if it looks like I'm putting a lot of pressure on my face when I do this, but I'm seriously going over my face with like the lightest hand. So it's not gonna move any of my makeup that I've already put down. That's it. That's done. Done with the setting powder. So now I'm going to go back in with the Rimmel Apocalypse, or as we call them in America, show off lip lacquer. This is shade Apocalyptic. I am using this instead of a red lip just because I feel like red lips are kind of played out around the holiday season. And I just want to do something that's bold, but not red. So this is bright fuchsia. So there you have it. Bright pink lip. And now I'm going to go do my hair because if you haven't noticed this entire time, it's just like crazy. And here you have it. The completed look with nicer looking hair and a nice little festive holiday top. This was part of the Phillip Lim for Target line, so it's probably not around anymore. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below, and I will be happy to answer them. You can find me pretty much on any social media outlet, and I have a blog, which is all listed below. So if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you'd like, and I will catch you guys next time.